off and running again. We're, let's see, time is it? It is 4:45. I think I get out here and I think sundown's like at 5:45 tonight, so get some ride in anyways. Nice warm day up here today. Went over and visited my daughter, my grandson, and her husband. And I probably should have been out riding, but I don't get to see him that often. So he's going to be the new YouTube star because I brought him over some cameras and some equipment to start doing some videos. So see if he puts something together. He's a pretty smart kid, so I'm sure he'll figure it out. I mean, beautiful day. Tomorrow's supposed to be cold, and there's no sign of heat after that. So we're talking 40s and 30s, and there's a chance of snow on Wednesday, I believe. So could be our first snowstorm. Of course, it will be November. So yesterday we ended up, I don't know what it was, 25 miles. So we know the battery on this bike can do 25 miles. I did throw the second battery in. It's not hooked up, but I threw it in. Like I said, I'd like to push this thing and see how many miles we can get out of it. So I do know today I did charge it. So we should be starting on a full charge. Yesterday was iffy. I'm gonna try to, keep it down. Yesterday was a 20-mile-an-hour pace, which is slow for me, but I wanna see what this battery will do. So we'll pace it out at the 20 miles an hour again today, except where I need to punch it up. Well, I guess off to a good start, light's working with us. See if the second one, we hit that one too, but I doubt it. Didn't even check the video yesterday. It's still, it's in the camera, so just adding to it today. It's the weekend. I'm trying to enjoy my family. Like I said, kind of wanted to get out today and ride, but then had the opportunity to go over there, so I did. Some bugs out today, I tell you. Wow, I'm making this light too. I should play the lottery tonight. So I'm down to 87. 87 we did like, I don't know, 2 miles? What is up with this thing? But, the overall it did all right, so. I actually know that on Facebook there was a lot of questions about the gauge dropping that fast. I don't know, maybe it's one of the inconveniences of this bike. I didn't notice it dropping like that before, but I guess, I've pretty much been running this thing with dual batteries. And I've been running single batteries the last couple of rides. Did drop the second battery in there. Like I said, it gets me nervous when the battery starts going down. I like to have a backup. Don't want to get range anxiety. Like last night, we kind of stuck it close to home because I was worried about it. And it ended up being a fine. I would think I could have made the long run, so. But you never know. Didn't look to see if there's an e-bike or not. Fat tire bike. He waved, so wave at a lot of, I like to call them professional bike riders. They don't wave back. I don't know if they don't like fat tire bikes or they don't like e-bikes, but you can't tell it's an e-bike right away. I just realized one thing I don't have on this bike is pepper spray. I always carry pepper spray. Never had to use it, but like I said in past videos, I've gotten bit by a dog on a bike, not as an adult, but as a kid. But when I was a kid, everybody let their dogs out, and you know, they didn't have leash laws and stuff, so there was dogs everywhere. And I don't know, I mean, I got 2 little Pomeranians at home, and they probably chase me on a bike too. It's something about bikes dogs just don't like. At 82, I'm pretty sure we got a lot farther than this yesterday. Not hit 82. Supposed to rain tomorrow, so I plan on running down to the garage, setting up my studio down there. And basically setting it up means I got to move all my bikes and put my wife's car outside, and my car sleeps outside anyways because of all my bikes and my studio that I have down there. I'm planning on doing some videos. I hope to put, I don't know, I hope to do probably at least 4 videos. That'll give me some time to edit them and correctly, because a lot of the editing gets pushed through, so I'd like to be ahead enough that I could spend some time on editing. So my green screening, which I think it looks pretty good, but it does have its flaws. Shimmering on lighter surfaces that are you know, leaning towards that green shading. They can be masked, but it's, you know, it's a lot more work. So, but if I have time, then I can do it. And you know, I had people, oh, I could see some shimmering, you know, mostly my friends. And yeah, it's there, but you know, all these creators out there will tell you how much time it takes to make and edit videos. I mean, I used to think, you know, these kids wanted to sit home and make videos was a joke, and they didn't want to work. Well, if you're making money on YouTube, you're probably working your ass off, let me tell you. So we're down to 79% right now. Maybe that's where we were the last time when we did this ride, around 78. I don't know. I don't remember. I have to look at it when I go through the video. The thing with these videos is, you know, the time-wise. So if I do a half-an-hour video that you guys see, probably an hour-and-a-half ride that it gets edited down to a half an hour, and I have to watch all that, and then I gotta choose my pieces and edit it and, you know, rewatch it, and then when you finally get the whole video done and you're happy with it, you know, you rewatch the whole thing again, and then you got to upload it to YouTube, and you're uploading at a 4K resolution, which when I first started doing this, I was doing it, which I thought was 4K. I'd record it in 4K, but you actually physically have to go in before you edit, and you have to switch it over to 4K. Otherwise, it's high definition, and then YouTube compresses it even more, and you get really crappy looking videos. So I do it in high def. I edit it in high def, not high def, 4K, and send it over to YouTube. So half-an-hour video takes like 2 hours to upload. And then sometimes it doesn't upload right, and they cut out sections, or the volume's gone, or it's not often, but I'll tell you, I upload 10 videos, 2 of them are screwed up, and I got to take it down, re-upload it, so that means I have to watch it over again. So a lot of time in doing these videos. I mean, I've gotten up the next morning because I go to bed at you know, I normally go to bed at like 10, 9:30, 10, but if I'm doing a video, sometimes Tuesday, Wednesday night, I'm cramming to do a video, and I'll be up to 11, 11:30, and I'll upload it and let it go to bed, but I'll delay it. Like these guys put their videos out at 7 in the morning. They must know something that I don't know, but they all put them out at 7 in the morning. I've been delaying it to 8 so that I have a chance to look at it, make sure it's right, and if it's not right, I'll take it down and re-upload it. I have had 2 that I've had to take down and re-upload. One was missing like 20 minutes of the video, and the other one, I think the volume, not the volume, I think my mouth moving didn't match the speech, which drives me crazy. In fact, the battery video I did, one of them it wasn't matching in the middle of it, but then it corrected itself, so it wasn't a long time. And it wasn't off by enough that I wanted to take the video down. Once you take a video down too, if you start getting hits on it, views on it, once you take it down, you lose those views, which obviously you want as many views as you can get, because it helps your algorithm. I mean, I took down a video once. I did a video that, it was the video on the, it was a 2-minute video that I did. Basically, the electric bikes, the folding bikes, have a reach issue. I mean, you really have to reach on these things. And Lectric makes this part that they put on another one of their bikes that's perfect for fixing that problem. And I did a video, 2-minute video, just saying, you know, this is it, this is how it works. Hey, Lectric, you need to sell this part, because they don't sell the part. They don't sell parts. They'll give you parts under warranty. They don't sell parts. I mean, they sell helmets, brake pads, tires, stuff like that, but they do not sell the components. You can't buy a derailleur from them. You know, basically they'll sell you a wear item. I think they have chains, like I said, brake pads, not a lot. So they don't sell this piece. And like I said, it was perfect for fixing the problem. And a lot of people were like, yeah, I mean, I had, in one day, I had like 300 views on this thing. It was like, compared to a lot of my videos, it was like super duper. And I kind of got scolded on it by the administrator of one of the Facebook websites. You know, he's a nice guy. I suspect he has a lot to do with Lectric, and you know, they tell you that they have guys out there that monitor the website, and you know, they watch what people say and they want feedback and stuff, but they'll never come forward. And so this guy gets a hold of me and says, hey, you know, Lectric doesn't sell this part, and you misspoke on the first you called it this model, and then you changed it to this model. So you know, so I was like, okay, and he was right, but you know, I felt like I kind of got scolded for doing it, and I took it down. It killed me too, but I did take it down, and I redid it with the right. So I took it down and I put banners over it to explain, and it wasn't that. I didn't take it down totally, so Lectric was still probably, their phone was ringing off the hook for this pot, so, you know, whatever. They don't, I never have to worry about them being one of my sponsors anyways. I don't think they sponsor anybody. They don't have to. You know, they sell a ton of bikes. and that's what's important to them. So they just, speaking of them, they just put out a 26-inch bike, and that's a big jump for them considering they're all 20-inch bikes that they're putting out. Decent, looks like a decent bike for the money. You know, they put out budget bikes. A lot of people don't like to hear that they're budget bikes, but $1,200 bike is a budget bike. But it looks decent for what it is. I don't think I'd buy one. Like I said, I kind of done with the. I want something. I want faster bikes. I want to see some bikes that will, like I said, maintain 30 plus miles an hour when I look down at what the average is. It's going to eat battery, but whatever, I'll load them up with batteries if I have to. I only want one that'll do that. I'm happy with my other bikes. Like I said, I like to have a bike that I could do a longer run with in a faster amount of time. So, like I said, I got 2 bikes right now that I'm interested in. One of the creators out there, again, Dan's his name. He's Eahbike Nation, I believe. He reviewed a trying to remember what it was, juice bike, and it's got a 1,000-watt motor in it. So I got to look that thing up and see what the. Well, you know what you do. The manufacturers will say that, you know, it comes as a class 2. They have to ship them as class 2s, I think, legally. Well, maybe not, because there are class 3 bikes that only come class 3. But they normally ship them as a class 2, and then they'll tell you that they can be unlocked to go up to 28 miles an hour. And I think they do that to keep the federal government happy. So, can they go faster? That's what I need to know. So, the only way you're going to find that out is I'm going to have to look this thing up on YouTube and look at the reviews on it and see what people are getting out of this bike. I have no idea what it costs. I don't think it's more than $2,500, and that's the price range I want to be in. I'd go closer to 3 or over 3 if I had to get the right bike. It has a torque sensor on it, so that's why I'm kind of interested in that one. The other 2 bikes that I'm looking at, which is a wired and a Ariel rider, and that one is, so the wired is a Freedom, I believe. I would probably get the step through, as much as the death wobble on this bike drives me crazy, and I'm afraid to get that wobble. You know, I don't know, I just suspect that this battery being in the front tube is weakening the front end and maybe putting that wobble into it. You know, it's a big hollowed out tube, so you don't have that 4-sided piece of aluminum. You got a 3-sided piece of aluminum. So could it be causing the wobble? That's what I'm wondering. And I know there are some other people out there that wonder the same thing on different bikes. You know, they warn everybody, and I've never seen one collapse. So I don't know. Everybody warns people about things that may or may not be true. Let's put it that way. And but they say, you know, never use a step through for a mountain bike because it'll collapse. Like I said, have never seen a collapsed mountain bike step through. I have seen the folding bikes broken for bad welds or who knows what. I mean, there was one on Facebook that somebody was claiming they opened it up and it cracked in half. It didn't look like that to me. There was road rash all over it. Looked more like it may have fallen off a car while they were transporting it down the road, but there was a lot of criticism on that one about what happened. I don't know how the guy made out with Lectric. He was trying to get it under warranty, and they probably warrantied it. I mean, that company, man, you know, I wish they made the bike that I wanted. Let's put it that way. They're resellers. You know, I know that. They don't have a lot of control over the bikes. But their customer service is top notch. It may take them a while to get on the phone, but, you know, once they get on the phone, like I said, it's top notch. You know, here I am again. I got jumping over to this side while I can. But I've got directionals on this bike. I keep forgetting to turn them on. My buddy there, Dan, come on. Well, I gotta get better at remembering these guys' handles. I look at them, but I don't even think about it. I just click on them. Eahbike Nation, and I guess he started out senior Eahbike Nation because, you know, he caters to the seniors, and we all cater to the seniors. That's who's watching us. But he's got directionals on his bike. I love the fact that the audible part of it is really loud and reminds you to shut them off. These have some audible to them also, but when you're riding in the wind, you really don't hear it. Plus, you know, I'm half deaf anyway, so. But his, you can really hear it. And I'm not too crazy about, I don't like these directionals that are all in one light, because, you know, and his kind of flashes outward, so that, you know, if you're smart enough, you'll know that, you know, oh, it's flashing outward, so he's turning right or he's turning left. But these lights that are all in one, you're talking about a light that's 5 inches at best, and people see it flashing, and honestly, if you're in a car driving at them, do you know that it's flashing, or do you know it's a directional? That's my only concern about those. So the ones on this bike, they're separated. I got them on each side of the fork in the frame on the rear. If it's flashing, obviously, on one side, I'm turning into that way. So I'd rather have them individual like that. But, you know, whatever. Some of the bikes are coming, that Ariel rider one, the Keeper, I don't even know how you pronounce it. I gotta watch a YouTube video to see how they pronounce it. I mean, I have watched a lot of them, and I think they were as confused about the name as me, but that one has a directional, and again, it's one light. So how good is it? Is it a flashing light, or is it a directional? That's my concern. So, you know, just to keep you up to date here, we're at 76, which, I don't know, doesn't sound too bad, I guess, at this point. Leaves are falling down today, guys. So it's supposed to not be raining in the morning, so if it's not freezing, actually, wouldn't mind trying some of that. I keep calling it warm weather gear, but it's cold weather gear. I haven't tried that yet. I told people I would let them know when I tried it, but last weekend it was cold, but it was raining, and maybe I'll try it tomorrow morning if I can get out there. Like I said, I'd like to extend my season out. Definitely losing the sun now. I can't come home at night and go out. If I lived in a more rural, I mean, like this is pretty rural, but you see what I got to go down to get there. And I would probably ride at night. This thing lights up pretty nice. Again, I can't remember where we were last time. We're at 65%, but we're climbing a hill and my gauge is at almost 800 on the water, just going up the hill. Even though I'm pedaling, and I'm not going to lie and tell you that I'm pedaling hard. I'm not pedaling that hard. I'm also sitting here trying to talk while I'm doing it, but I don't ride these bikes to kill myself. I ride them to enjoy them, but I also want to get some exercise, and according to my weight doctor, I'm doing pretty good. So I am going to do a video probably tomorrow, and I'm going to explain how I lost 100 pounds. So that's going to be a little off subject of the bikes, but I think it's an important public service announcement. I feel like $1 million now that I've lost 100 pounds. If you're older and you're overweight, it's definitely dragging your body down, making you tired, making you achy. My back pain, for the most part, has gone away. Not really, but I have different back pain now. So I used to have lower back pain, and it's probably because I was carrying a baby around in front of me. And now my back pain is more to my mid-back. You know, today riding this bike, my back feels pretty good, but my neck's hurting me. So my neck usually doesn't hurt me on this bike because I've got the handlebars back far enough where I can sit up. If you're leaning forward on a bike and you have to, you know, basically bring your neck back, that's when I was getting a lot of neck pain. So I'm kind of surprised that I'm feeling a little neck pain because I haven't in a while. Maybe it's just something else, who knows. How you doing? You know what I'm saying about people up here? I just went by two people. I mean, I said hi to her. I'd say hi to the other guy because he wouldn't even make eye contact with me. But people in this part of the country really stuck up or something. I'm sorry about, you know, any New Englanders watching me, but we are a bunch of freaking stuck up people. Go down south, the people are just so much nicer. I always say it's because we're really guarded up here because people try to take advantage of us all the time. But you go down south, I mean, I go down to my in-laws and I think he's crazy for even having a house phone, but that freaking house phone rings 6 times a day that has somebody on it trying to scam him on something. And, you know, he's smart enough at this point to know that they're trying to scam him. He must got screwed once. Sorry, honey, I didn't stop for that stop sign. I'm saying that for my wife because she keeps yelling at me for not stopping at stop signs. But I mean, that's not even an intersection. The road is basically an L curve. But yeah, he almost got screwed one time. So he had just bought a computer, and someone calls him up. You know, he bought a computer recently. At the time, it was probably, I don't know, a couple weeks later or whatever. But he gets a call. Hey, this is Microsoft. Your computer's not up to date, and you need to, you know, get the software, and we'll send it to you. You need to go down and get a gift card at Walmart or someplace, and you know, give us those over online here and over the phone, and we'll immediately send this software to your computer, which is going to make it work much better. And you know, otherwise it's going to crash and burn, I guess. So he was followed for it because he had just bought the computer, so he thought it was a legit thing. And obviously, you know, when they told him to do that, he was like, huh? You know, he's smart enough to know. But I'll tell you, my mother's gone, but she gave a lot of money away to people she shouldn't have been giving money away to, because she had dementia at the end there, and before we got her into assisted living and stuff. I'm gonna run it out longer this time, guys. I'm losing the sun, but it's not gone, so We're getting, where are we? 64, but I don't care today because I got the spare battery, so. Like I said, didn't hook it on. Trying to, I don't know. You know, I put this this battery on and then started having the, I kind of paused there because that lady was dressed kind of crazy, but you also got to remember that it's probably a Halloween party she's headed off to. Here's my corner I hate. How you doing? Yeah, finally got our lady, other than she was upset with my flashing light. So yeah, I've got to basically pull out on the road here and then take off to see around these trees. But made it again today. I came out of there one day and man, that guy was, I don't know, he was flying 50 plus miles an hour when he came around that corner, and he was on top of me like no tomorrow. But that's why I'm always cautious at that one. But I lost my train of thought again, like always. I know we were talking about my father-in-law, but yeah, he didn't get scammed because he was smart enough to know. Oh, we're talking about my mom. Yeah, she. My sister was looking at her checkbook and stuff, and she says, Gary, you know, she's been giving money away to people that she shouldn't be, and she thought maybe they were bills. You know, people send you things, whatever, you know, hi, we're collecting for the police association. I know we've all gotten that call 3 times a year. And, you know, they collect $10 from you, and $1 goes to the police association, and they keep 9 for themselves. And it's all legal. And she was falling for it and sending money out to a lot of places. I mean, I'm a member of AARP, but Christ, they send me things all the time. Hey, you got to renew your subscription. Well, I do it in 5-year blocks, and I've already done it, you know, this year. So why do I need to renew it again? And I don't know. I don't think that's fair either. But you know, they're a business. 25 miles on the battery yesterday. This route will end up being. I think this is 32 miles if I do the whole route. So we might not make it on the battery. Let's see, we're 14.27 miles into this trip, and we're down to 60%. Where those leaves were hiding that manhole cover, not manhole cover, but sewage drain. But I didn't hit it. Some deep ones on this one, I don't know why. If I stop by my, I'm gonna have to hit this one. And people wonder why I wanted a suspension fork on my cargo bike. Hit, my screen's still running, so that's a good sign, I guess. Like I said, I haven't checked the video to see if this thing is flashing, so. And the first screen, I got, I don't know, 250 miles out of it before it crapped out, so it's a little, hopefully we got this thing fixed. I went to visit my bike shop today on the way home from my daughter's house, and they weren't open. I was going to go in there and check out some things. I've talked to this guy quite a bit. I don't even think he's aware of what I know now, and I just want to go in there and check out his bikes, and hopefully he's there because I want to talk to him. And I also want to check out see if he's got any bikes that are capable of. They've got some bikes in there, but you know, they sell. I'm not sure if they have the Sarans, but they've got something at least similar to that. But I'm not looking for that kind of bike. I mean, first of all, it looks like a motorcycle, and that's not what I want to ride. And second of all, those are probably a lot faster than what I want to be doing. like I said, I want to just be able to maintain a little over 30 miles an hour on an average. So, I mean, first of all, I don't want a bike that looks like a motorcycle. Those are for the younger kids, and I'm sure that's who's buying them. I know there's some 40-year-olds that aren't kids, and hey, if I was 40 years old, I might buy one too. Who knows? But I don't want one at 63 years old. I probably look like a moron on it anyway. So I like my bike with my basket on it. I still got my little basket on the front here. Haven't got anything in it yet, but I like it. Like I said, I put the basket on the electric bikes. I bought a couple of them for the electric. You know, it's so easy to say, you know, electric, but it's not electric. It's electric. So I correct myself all the time, and I apologize to the company for saying that. You know, hopefully they might watch. I know they've definitely, like I said, they monitor the what's going on out there. They're a very in tune company. I have a lot of respect for them. So if you're listening, guys, got a lot of respect for you guys. You do right by your customers. Like I said, I know you're never sending me anything, but I'm fine with that, I guess. But guys, wouldn't mind buying another one of your bikes because I got a lot of faith in them. And again, I know they're bikes, and a lot of people should understand this. And I actually want to do a video on this too, because I don't think a lot of people do understand the fact that these companies are building bikes that they need to sell to a mass audience. So that means they need to build a bike that's somewhere in the middle of what everybody wants. And a lot of people complain on Facebook, the bike should have a bigger battery, the bike should have a bigger chain ring. You know, I like the big chain rings. You know, I change them out all the time. I change them out. I customize the bike to the way I want to ride. So when I buy a bike, I don't care if I'm paying $2,500 for it, $3,000 for it. I'm going to make some changes to it to get it to the way I want it to ride. I understand that. I accept that. If the bike is $3,500 and I've got to drop another, $500 into it to get to where I want it, I just accept that factor. I don't buy it. So all these bikes, especially the budget ones, if you start paying good money for a bike, chances are you're buying a bike that's more tailored to what you want. So should I hit the rail trail, guys? I bet you it's freaking crowded today. We'll hit it. I mean, it's getting darker, so maybe people are off of it, but this is a nice rail trail. It's paved. It goes a long ways. I've done a video down this thing a couple of times. I almost hit another squirrel. I don't know, must be that time of year. So we're down to 45%. Like I said, not too worried. Ducks in the pond over there. Well, these leaves look well trampled today, so I bet you they had quite a few people down here. So I haven't taken this thing out of Pass 5 since I started. And we're at 17, almost 18 miles now. I think I ran the pass up and down yesterday a lot more. We'll see, but I don't think this bike's, being conservative is what I feel I'm being right now. That's why I run 2 batteries. I don't want to be conservative. Even if I'm going on this ride, I'm usually running. So, again, I'm used to my cargo bike that I do a lot of riding on. And fact, I charged the batteries up on that. I thought I was going to be out on that all day today. I figured I'd do a long run, but then I ended up going to visit my daughter. Yeah, I mean, the electric bike, granted they're only, what's called 15 amp hours a piece, but I'm running with 30 watts on that. This bike's only starting with 20, so there is a difference. So when I think of just, you know, the stock bike, there's a 10 amp hour difference, and that's quite a bit. So maybe that's why this thing seems like it comes up short all the time, but yeah, no one's on this thing so far. I mean, I could blast on it, but I'm trying to respect 15 miles an hour here, which is more like 17. But see, that's, you know, the thing with you know, totally getting off subject. So I just thought, can the sensor, see, I pedal, this thing wants to go to wherever the top end is, and with a torque sensor, it doesn't take off quite as fast. This thing wants to go to whatever this pass is set to when you're pedaling, which is probably, I think it was around 19 or something. And if you had a torque sensor on this bike, it would be a lot more controllable. And I guess, you know, I didn't want a torque sensor at first. Now that I'm used to riding the bike, lost a lot of weight, I kind of want my torque sensor. But I have a torque sensor on one bike, but it's mid-drive also, so. I'm pretty shocked I made it this far and haven't seen anybody. But I'm glad. Now I'm glad I took it. So just there, so I'm in pass 5, 900 watts to take off there. And like I said, I have never seen anything over 900 watts on this bike. It's supposed to peak at 13. I've never seen 13 on this thing. You know what? Let's experiment. Not that I want to kill the battery, but let's punch this thing up to the highest level. Which is 9. And of course, the minute I do that, there's somebody on the trail, so I'll punch it back down. And they got a little dog, I think. I'll tip my light down to the ground too. That'll be nice. And it's that other lady. She laughed, but she was putting her hands over her eyes. It is a pretty bright light. Compliments of Magicycle, like I said. %. Guess it's not too bad for 19 miles. I do this with my 30 amp hours on the cargo bike, and pretty sure I get home with about 3 bars left. How you doing? See what I said? The nice little Scotty dogs there, and they want to bite me because I'm on a bike. I bet you if I walked up to them, they wouldn't want to bite me. So that's what I'm saying. They just don't like bikes. So this rail trail goes across the street here and ends up ending at the airport. And you know what? we're gonna do it. Why not? It's a little more riding for me, but like I said, I got the spare battery today, so what do I care? I'm definitely gonna end up being heading home on the in the dark, but I don't care. Plenty of lights on this bike. I wonder what they get over there. They almost look like pellets. Yeah, I got a pellet stove at home. That's how we save some money on the heating. But the price of the pellets this year are definitely not as cheap as they were last year. So. How you doing?
Doing well, how are you?
Another dog, but he didn't bark at me. But his owner was kind of making sure that he was being good, or maybe he just didn't mind a bike. Yeah, I got the pellet stove, and pellets were running me like I don't know, close to $6, like $5.75 or something last year. But in this year, I don't need pellets yet because I still have a couple of bags, and you know, we don't run more than a bag at this time of season, bag a month. Maybe 2 bags a month. But I went in, I'm looking at them. Christ, they're almost $9 a bag this year. But still probably cheaper than propane because that's what we heat with. Electricity up here, I know in Florida it's not as bad, but I don't know what the rest of the country is. So my electric bill runs anywhere from $3 to $4.50 a month, and I got a well. I live in a city, but I got a well. Figure that one out. But everybody else has got water from the city. I have to pay the storage bill. How you doing? Yeah, I got to pay a storage bill, but I don't have to pay. So they base it on how many bathrooms I guess you have and how many bedrooms. But it's not terrible for the storage bill. But yeah, so I'm running a pump. I didn't even run the sprinklers this year because all it did was rain. We ran the air conditioning all year. We run it all year. We got dogs, Pomeranians with health issues. We spend a fortune on special food and medicine and doctors. And I got one dog that I got. You know, he's had 2 $5,000 surgeries, and he's got a big tumor, and I don't know. We've always done these Pomeranians, but I don't know if we're going to do them again. They seem to not be the healthiest dogs in the world. So we're still at 42%, but I've knocked that pass down to 4 because we're just kind of cruising on this trail. Not racking up the mileage either, so. But as you can see, it's getting darker, but I'm not going to hit my lights yet. And it's probably because we're in the woods. I don't think it's that dark, but we're going to be looking at the airport in a minute. This is our Manchester Regional Airport that actually changed its name to Boston Manchester Regional Airport. They figured by putting the Boston in there, it would get more people to come through there. You know, I like it because Southwest flies out of here. I get a direct flight to Florida. We are going to go visit Georgia this year. because I want to look at the housing down in Georgia. I want to look at the retirement communities down in there. I want to be in one of these communities. You know, I know you pay in every month a fee. So this is it, and there's the airport right there. Somehow they're going to make this trail continue, and so on the other side of this airport, the trail is over there. So I don't know how they're going to connect it. I'm sure they're going to run it down this road somehow or something. Maybe follow that fence line. I don't really know, but it's in the works, and it'll be quite the trail.